Welcome to the show. You're watching Questing Time, and this is part 1 of episode 2 of our Twitch streams, just on YouTube, so you can watch it easier. As I mentioned, we started playing D&D in lockdown, and we kept doing it. In fact, now we're in lockdown again. Are those two things linked? Previously, the party has arrived in the town of Ravensholm with the simple task of getting a book from a man named Jan Largo to give to a lady called Mordaunt Thrubwell. That's it. That's their entire job. Bear that in mind as we go forward. What they have managed to do is meet some goblins, set fire to some crops, and fire themselves over a wall into a town full of undead. So 0 for 3 right now. But hey, episode 2. Last session we left them seeking cover inside a tailor's at the town square, having just been mildly offensive to the wife of somebody who may or may not have died at the end of last episode. Let's see how they do. Before you dive in, this was still very early on in our Twitch experience. There are a couple of technical glitches in this video. We'll do what we can to make them okay on the YouTube thing, but bear with us, we do get better at this. Not for a while, but we do get better at this. Not good. Okay, let's see what happens next, and I'll meet you here after the video for more of this talking head stuff. Not the best link, was it? Go on, off you go. Welcome to Questing Time, friends. Here is what the plan is. Questing Time is normally a live comedy show that happens in London once a month, but obviously we live during the end times and we're all trapped in our flats. So we're now trying to do it over Twitch. We've done this once before and it mostly worked. That is entirely the responsibility of King Rob, all hail King Rob, who has built what I can only describe as bespoke video conferencing software that we are currently using because we couldn't make any of the off-the-shelf stuff work. So, hello. Our Beckhill comedians here. Yay, Beckhill. Hello. You're great. Now, the plan is this. Questing Time is very simply a show where comedians play Dungeons and Dragons. And if you look to what I hope is my right, you should see 4 comedians who each will be playing a Dungeons and Dragons game. Just now. The plan is this. That's exactly the plan, sorry. We're going to play D&D. It's a continuation of last week's game, and we'll do a recap in a second. Or, if you want, you can go and watch the videos. They're online in our highlights section. I'll link to that when I work out how. So, we should point out a couple of things. 2, it's our second stream, so we might run into a couple of technical issues. Our apologies if we do, but please bear with us. 2, massive thanks to King Rob for making this possible. And 3, like all comedians, we don't have any work now. So every now and then you'll see a link to donate to our not Patreon, our PayPal thing. If you're enjoying the stream and you can spare a little bit of money, that'd be great. If not, don't worry about it. We're happy to do this anyway. Under no circumstances, send us money that you can't afford. Do not do that. Having said that, all comedians are in that boat right now. So if there are comedians out there that you like, take 5 minutes and see if you can throw them a donation of some kind or buy some of the merchandise, or at the very least, send them a message telling them that you're a fan. It will mean a lot because we are pretty screwed at the minute because our industry died. And the other thing is this. If you actually play Dungeons & Dragons, you'll find that this is a slightly looser iteration of the rules with a bunch of house rules thrown into the mix. And also, this is for 2 reasons. 1 is because it's quicker and easier. And 2, because I can't remember how grappling works ever. So that. But before we go any further, we should introduce the players. So, who is... Let me open the Twitch Outlook. That honking thing is going to get annoying. Also, this microphone is right in front of my face. Right in front of my face the whole time. So, Matt Highton,
oh, hi.
You are top left.
Hello.
Who are you and what are you playing for us tonight?
In the real world, you know me as Matt Highton. But in this world, I am Phillin Blanks, a halfling with amnesia who woke up some weeks ago with a tattoo on his hand that just said, "You are Phillin Blanks," and I took that as my name. I also have a mysterious skull tattoo around my heart that is always cold and probably evil. If you need a image to work around, I'm a really good-looking halfling, actually. You know, I stand at 3 feet tall, I'm nimble, I'm charismatic, I've got a little bit of stubble coming through, and a look in my eye that says, "Hey there." That's me.
Very generic look in your eye. Great.
Yeah.
Next up, Richard Soames. Hello.
Hello, everybody, and may I just say honk? Honk.
Honk.
I am Richard Soames of Earth, but in this realm, I will be playing the Reverend Jack Hardcore. And yes, I did just have to check my sheet to remind me. I am an ex-copper cleric who just plays by the rules, and I'm just desperately trying to sort of, I don't know. I have a motivation, is what I'm saying. I look like a human. I guess I've visualized myself in sort of purple robes, cleric style, about 6 foot. I've got shins and legs. You can imagine the rest. That's base it on a normal human and work backwards.
What I asked you to do was describe what your characters look like, and you've just gone. He's got shins and legs. Like you described a human.
No, because last week I didn't imagine Rich's character with shins or legs.
Thank you very much.
Great job.
Thank you, Matthew.
Oh, great. Well, I'm glad we've spent
He's now
this time
definitely
doing this.
taller.
Yeah. I'm not going to say.
Oh, can I just point?
Feet? Does he have feet?
Oh, sorry, I forgot. I didn't specify whether he has feet. Yes, he has feet.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
Write that down.
Feet.
Briony,
Yes. Hello.
what redundant observations would you like to make about your character?
I am playing a Tiefling bard, the amazing Claire, and she looks like Tom Ellis, but in the series Lucifer. So she looks like a devil, but not all the time, because most of the time in that series, if you've seen it, he just looks like Tom Ellis. But when he looks like the I look like the devil. That could have been quicker. But you know what I mean? I got a red face and horns, look really scary.
Wait, do you just have a red face? Or do you have red skin?
Well, you can't tell when she's blushing because she's always got a red face and horns.
Fair.
And and a body and shins. And
you really
feet.
don't need to explain that your characters are like characters.
Are her shins and feet red?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna write.
But she's wearing a full outfit, so you can't really tell. She dresses very Victorian.
Yeah, red shins and feet.
Fake Selena Gray has just promised to doodle all of our characters for you.
Come on.
Maybe a useful visual description would be helpful. However, last but not finally, it is Rufus Hound's turn. Rufus, hello, welcome back.
Lovely to be back. I mean, you know me as Rufus Hound, but in fact, for the duration of the time I'm joining you online, I am in fact the Rough Knight, who is a mountain dwarf. He stands at 4 feet and 1 inch. So tall for a dwarf, but classically, as we all know, dwarves weigh as much as normal sized ones. So a lot of that is muscle. I don't really. Rough doesn't really. Oh, everyone just calls him Rough. So his real name is not yet offered. There's clearly a backstory, but basically, he's an alcoholic mountain dwarf who's clearly been through some shit, but hasn't really explained what any of that shit is. He's gruff. He gets on with it. He's armed with a great sword. That's about it. So he looks like a sort of nonky dwarf covered in various little bits of armor, and with a massive great sword on his back. Never met a drinking. Huge red beard with woven sections in it in the traditional dwarf style. And that, my friends, is the Rough Knight.
I hate to ask this, Rufus, but shins, ankles.
Let me just check. Hang on, I've got the player's guide here. Hang on, no. I've just scrolled. Yes, he has got shins. Yes.
Cool. I'm just going to
good to know.
Although
shins.
Interestingly, not as long as anybody else. Well, in fact, about as long as Phillin's.
Oh, that's good. Shin twins.
Shin twins.
And your beard matches my face.
Well, there's tonight's first hashtag.
Shin twins.
Hashtag Shin twins.
This is why you get specific
also,
on the leg.
Because it cut out slightly. So Rufus, it did sound to the stream like you went. He's never met a drink, which is, I mean, who of us can truly say that we have? So, by way of a recap, because I want to get into this relatively quickly, or Schwins, as Beck Hill has coined it. Lovely work.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Schwins. Last session, we started in the city of Westgate, far to the east of Baldur's Gate, where you got into a pub fight and murdered a bunch of gang members, where fleeing from the repercussions and eager to get out of the city, you took a job from a lady by the name of Mordaunt Thrubwell, travel to the town of Ravensholm, find the town's herbalist, and retrieve some rare books for her. You made your way across, you travelled cross-country, encountering a tribe of riddle-obsessed goblins on the way. You triumphed at all of their riddles and were given a couple of magic items. When you arrived at Ravensholm, you found the town barricaded from the outside and were attacked by two zombies, which you dealt with by setting fire to the cornfields, scaling the wall in perhaps the least efficient manner available, and then piling up a bunch of corpses to have you all land in them and jump around like a terrifying trampoline. And then you stealthily screamed the word honk all the way into the center of the abandoned corpse-full town. In the town square, you found a tall statue made of white marble, and a sinkhole in the town square. Some guards burst through a door and ran towards you to try and get you to safety. But while you were, let me just check my notes, dicking about, they were savagely attacked and killed by incredibly fast zombies. Claire, you got very badly injured. While the Reverend Hardcore and the Rough Knight and Phillin took down two of the zombies, but also Phillin noticed that the two guards were rapidly reanimating and so burned one of them to death. However, a gnome who had run out of this sheltered area to also help you was dragged into the sinkhole by one of the other zombies, and then the whole thing collapsed down on itself as you ran for cover inside a building just off of the town square. And if memory serves, you slammed the door shut, immediately offended the wife of the gnome, and that's where we ended the session. So,
if I had a pound for every time I'd offended the wife of a gnome, jeez, I think.
Wait, sorry, hang on. I've just seen who's edited the Nightbot. Right, okay. If you donate money, it makes a honking sound. Matt, was that you?
Surprise!
Great. Lovely stuff. Pricks. Right. So, I mean, do donate money, but try and do it. Spread it out.
Don't listen to Paul. Do what you like. We'll all be dead soon. I'm mad.
No, because I can't separate the feeds.
Oh God!
I can't not get the honks. Right.
I'm getting the honks.
I mean,
leave him, man. He's got the honk.
You've been shin twinned.
Oh no! Someone's already donating money. Stop it. I mean, don't stop it. Thank you, Rosanna. But also, why is the honk so loud in this mix?
Listen, if you're giving money for a honk,
sure.
you don't want a lackluster honk.
No. Got to go full honk.
Yeah,
exactly.
Thank you. Cool. Great, thank you for that. I might have to change that, but regardless, we find you. Is Rob not a mod?
He's a rocker.
Probably. There you are, Rob. You're now a mod. I don't know why you weren't a mod. I thought you were. Anyway, right. So that done. What a fun bit of admin for you all to watch. So you guys have just slammed this door behind you. You're in a dark, dingy room. It's quite. But you're in a shop front. Is what you're in. Have you all got the map I sent you via email that I made?
Yeah.
In fact, Rob, if you've got a copy of that, if we can throw a version of that up on the stream briefly, that'd be cool.
Oh, Matt, you printed it off.
Yeah. Old school.
Cool. Send your email.
Nice.
Oh.
No rush. Oh yeah, I've made the map, friends. Hardcore. But if you see, there's a little white highlighted building off of the town square. That's where you currently are. And what you're in, you realise as you look around, you're in the interior of, albeit a very dark. You're in it's a tailors, or at least it was. A lot of the windows at the front have been barricaded. There's been tables nailed up over them and fabric covering the tables, so no light can get in. There's a counter running the width of the room with one of the lifty flat bits in it. And inside the room, there are three people staring back at you. One of you clocked. She's at the back, which is she's a female gnome, dressed quite nicely, but like one of her the sleeves on the sleeves on her garment like has been torn. You can see a bit of blood welling up from there's a wound on her arm that's been bandaged. There's another guard with a broken arm in the back of the shop, honking. Thank you so much, whoever just made that honk happen. Thank you, Jaunty Allen.
Jaunty Allen. We love you.
Good work, Al.
Great stuff.
Big fan.
Shinning, Allen.
Yep.
So,
and there's also a male dwarf who is uncharacteristically completely he's a shaven head and no beard, but a male dwarf dressed quite flamboyantly in a sort of not doublet. What's the word I'm looking for? A velvet jacket, a red velvet jacket, who is fussing over the guard whose arm is broken. The gnome, who I believe you addressed at the end of last session, and he's just like, "Oh, no, come inside, come in, close the door, shut the door. Okay, this place is secure at least for the time being. My husband was able to put a ward on the place, but the zombies can't get it. Hang on, where's my husband?
It's okay, guys. I'm used to delivering bad news as a policeman.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah. He should deliver the bad news.
What do you mean bad news?
Well, can I at this point roll for persuasion on any other? I'm not saying this out loud, obviously.
Yeah, I assumed.
Can I persuade her that by bad news I actually meant good news?
You can.
Are you sure you've done this before?
Make a persuasion roll and tell me how you follow this up. I'm going to oppose this with her charisma save.
Okay, well, I've rolled 19.
Ooh, plus what?
But that was with the plus.
Okay, what do you say in response to that? And then I'll tell you how she responds based on what I rolled.
So the bad news is that your husband is dead, but the good news is we're here.
What? Wait, how is that bad? How is that not bad news?
Because we're here. I'm focusing on the good.
Good part.
I'm not sure we can trust this woman. She dropped that accent terribly quickly.
Thank you, stupid user, for donating £20 and making it honk. I'm probably going to have to stop acknowledging the honk periodically, but thank you for all. It will just be massively interruptive. We need to go crazy for a second.
We need a make it honk like sign. Like
we'll have one. We'll make one.
Make it honk. Yeah.
Paul, can I try and smooth things? I've got a cure of wounds. Can I try and cure like the gnome's wound or the gut?
You can. I want to pick up this conversation because Richard is making really weird choices. Drop it like it honks. Great comment. And thank you for the hosts. It's 2060. So yeah, Rich, yes. You will. That's a new GIF. Rich. Yeah, she's like, how is that? How is that not bad news? Who are you people?
We're the best people in town.
What does that mean?
We have a history of violence in a positive way, which is used for good. And you should have seen the amount of undead and dead that we've killed on our way in here.
That's a whole cornfield.
And also, if you've got any rats, we can get rid of those, no problem.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right.
While all this,
how did my husband die?
While all this is going on, I'm just looking around for any booze.
He died
Make
really
Make
bravely.
an investigation check, Rufus.
Okay.
And Briony, what did you just say?
He died really bravely. I mean, I assume I was unconscious at the time.
Also, we don't know if
You
he's actually
assume-
dead. He just went
Yeah.
down in a sinkhole, so
As
It's-
you say that, Matt, she reaches into her the neckline of her top and pulls out an amulet. It's a locket. Opens that, and you can see a little glow emanating from it. It's like he's not dead.
That's the good news.
surprise!
Who's got healing? Hang on.
I've got.
Briony's-
I can also heal.
Okay, both of you just fucking sort out the wee fella, will you?
Good. Okay, Ruff.
Okay.
Where is he? We need to know where he is, though, right? Is he
Do
around?
you mean the other gnome? But I should point out,
He's in the
all of you are
sinkhole.
quite injured.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
we should probably attend to ourselves before helping others.
Well, Paul, is this a rest?
Not yet.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I should point
By the
out.
way-
I should point out before we go any further that you guys last session you were level 1. You've leveled up since. You're now level 2. And so you have got more hit points, but you're not at full. You've still got the injuries you had last session. So thank you for whatever made that honk.
My investigation check, by the way, is a 16 plus 1, so 17.
Cool. Okay, you start while this is happening. You start rummaging around, opening the various cupboards. What you find is a selection of different materials, some fairly nice silk, some kind of a very rare silk from Chult,
You've cut there.
some Luskan weave, and a selection of other fairly expensive materials, along with buttons, bobbins, and sewing equipment and whatnot. But no booze. Now, mercifully, because you rolled reasonably highly, you're not just turfing this all out onto the floor. And from behind you, you kind of split this scene up a little bit. You hear a polite cough and turn around and see this other dwarf. Hello. Is there anything I could possibly help you with while you're ransacking my home?
I've just had to cut 2 zombies in half. If you think I can do that without a drink, you're an absolute better man than I am.
Oh, why
Where's the
did you not
fucking
say?
booth in this place?
Join me, follow me. And he leads you into the back room. A storeroom full of more fabric and stuff, and a couple of what's the word? A couple of mannequins and stuff of various sizes for different species. Leads you through another back door into a little sort of like a sort of bijou kitchen space. Opens a cupboard, provides you with it's a heavy bottle carved from stone of dwarven liquor.
That's
pulls
my
out-
favorite. You
Well, he
can't
pulls
just get that anywhere.
No, you cannot. I'm well aware. He reaches into the cupboard, reaches past the glassware into the back for a couple of cups carved from stone, because you know this stuff will quite happily melt glass.
Yeah.
And pours you a hefty shot of that stuff.
Oh.
Can you make a Constitution save for me, please?
Hang on. I get a +2, so 12.
You get a plus 4, mate.
Do I get a +4?
Yep, you're proficient in Constitution saves. If you look top left of the character sheet.
I am looking top left of the character sheet. Ah, yes, got you. Brilliant, thank you. So 14.
Grand. You are. Thanks for the follow. You are fine if a little like this knocks you. You rock back and forth a little bit. But it's pleasing.
To be perfectly
It's
honest, that was the effect I was after.
yeah, you feel this warmth rise within you. It takes you back. It brings you back memories of the old dwarven hold before everything went wrong for your character. And for a sweet moment, you have a fond recollection of a stolen afternoon with the love of your life before everything went wrong. And you bask in the nostalgia for a moment. And then you're aware that to your right, there is a door to what you presume is a back street. and it's wooden, it's heavy, and it's got iron banding across it. And you're aware that you can hear something scraping on the outside of the door, and there's a very slow, ragged, like coming through that doorway.
Can I make a perception? Can I make
To
a
what
perception
end?
check?
What would you like to discern?
I want to try and discern how many things there are making noises the other side of that door.
Oh yeah, sure you can. Make a perception check for me.
Oh, well, oh no, it was a 13. So plus 4, 17.
17, great. Yeah, there's one immediately outside the door, and you can hear a couple of other things shuffling around in the alleyway. Maybe 4.
Okay, I mean,
it's difficult to gauge because it's still raining heavily outside.
Yeah, it's good enough. Just to get a gist, really.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back in the front of the shop, I believe somebody was going to heal somebody, but I wasn't clear on who.
Well, I was gonna heal the gnome to be
Right.
like try and kind of soften the whole. Your husband maybe isn't dead actually, because she's got an
No.
amulet. But
Yeah.
looking around the room, I do think what we should do, guys, is are you thinking what I'm thinking? Matching outfits.
Yeah, 100%.
Shopping. Yes.
Yeah, we're in a tailors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Can we
right,
have a
absolutely.
montage where we all get measured for suits?
Matching outfit.
Sure. I'm gonna require you. Thanks for whatever made the thing honk. I'm gonna require you to get to a level of trust with these people that allows you to have an outfit montage.
Then I'm going to cure the wounds of the gnome.
I should point out what that looks. You would recognize this.
Mm.
If you need to touch her to cure her wounds, and if it is, if what's the word I'm looking for? You'd have to, like you.
I am.
It would look weird if you're like, "Hey, we think we might have killed your husband." Like that might not be the most reliable way of doing this. You might need to at least verbally make your intentions clear.
Okay. Hi. I was the unconscious one. Would you like your wounds cured and a short song to cheer you up for your husband's possible but unlikely demise?
Well put.
Thanks.
Make a persuasion check, Briony, because that was weird.
Uh-oh. I got a 1.
A natural 1.
Yeah, I do get a plus, but does it matter at that
No,
point?
it doesn't. So what you wind up doing is instead of saying what you meant to say, you instead turn to this lady, and you kind of go, "Look, I mean, your husband might be dead, but maybe you'd like me to touch you." And then as you put your finger in your mouth, you start trying to play your finger like a recorder and just go. Matt, Richard, would either of you like to jump in? The bard seems to be having an issue.
I will take this opportunity to speak to the guard with the broken arm and
Yep.
check in on him. You're right, mate. How you doing? Looks like you've had a little bang on the old elbow there. How's that?
She's sat in the corner on the floor. And said, "Yeah, no, we got. They just came out of nowhere. They swarmed us. What happened to the others?"
You mean the other zombies?
No, the two guards who went outside. They went to help you.
Those fellas. Well, how do you remember them? Do you remember?
What do you mean?
Sort of like normal people or flesh-eating monsters?
Oh, she looks down and tears start to fall from her eyes.
Why so glum, chum? Did you know them well?
Behind him, I'm going.
Yeah, they were friends of mine.
I've
We've
not
worked together for years.
I've not remembered years because I've got the old touch of the amnesia, but I do know a lovely comforting song that might help you through this hard time. And then I don't even ask, I just go into it. honk,
Honk,
honk, honk, honk,
honk,
honk, honk, honk, honk, honk, honk. Don't worry about it. Honk.
I hear this in the back room, and just from another room, you hear honk, honk, honk.
So what you're saying is, Paul, we deserve the outfits now.
Yeah. I think we found our montage music.
Yeah, that goes straight into a montage.
Jesus
actually.
Christ.
In fact, I don't even wait. I just start putting silk trousers on, just whilst I'm.
Okay.
Honk, 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 honk. Pulling
Make
them
an
up
investigation
slowly.
check, please.
Honk. All of us.
Anybody who wants to get dressed.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Honk, 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 honk. Honk, 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 honk.
Sorry about your dead friends.
Right. So, who was getting dressed?
I was putting my trousers on slowly. like a
Okay,
reverse
Matt, did you make an
50s.
investigation check, please?
Yes, 7.
7. Great. You have found not so much trousers, but how do I put it? A long, flowing maxi skirt.
Well, you know what you say. It's not about what you're wearing, it's how comfortable you are in it. And that's what's really cool.
Yeah. Matt, is there any way we can get you a little louder? You're still a bit quiet on the
I
screen.
can get my microphone here.
Superb. Richard, were you getting changed, or were you dealing with the other characters in the room in some way?
Can't I do both? Can I
Let's find out.
put on a shirt as I desperately try to soothe this lady?
Yeah. I mean, are you removing your armor?
Oh, I've got armor. No, I'll just pull over the top.
Okay, you find a silk shirt in, I don't know, red, and tear it as you put it on over your chainmail.
Oh dear.
Briony,
So badly.
Yeah, I'm trying to get dressed.
what did you roll?
I rolled 10.
10. You have found for some reason in here, a referee's outfit, a black and white vertically striped shirt and short shorts, which again, you have also put on over your leather armor.
Yeah.
You've also found an enormous cape.
Oh,
Ooh.
I'm wearing the
Hey.
cape.
Yeah,
A referee with a cape. That's all the authority you need in life.
precisely.
Super rough.
So the gnome is like, look, I hate to labor the point, but who are you? Why are you here? Why are you getting dressed? Are you able to help us?
Yeah,
We
well,
need food.
as Reverend Jack Hardcore said, we are here to help because we're the best people in town.
He at
So-
no point has said that you're here to help.
Oh,
No,
Sorry,
but
we thought that was implied. By the
yeah.
way we came
No.
in. Oh.
Oh,
Well,
sorry. No.
always assume people are here to help. That's
Yes.
what I say.
Safe assumption. Yeah.
Yeah, here to help. We're
Oh.
just looking for some books. We'll help
Yeah, we
you.
Yeah.
You help us find the books.
We're sort
We'll
of a glass
rescue
half
your
full kind of
husband.
crew. Yeah.
And next time, I promise we won't tease you with the idea that your husband might be dead.
Yeah,
No.
as good news.
Great. Okay, so what we need right now is we need someone to go and get food. We've had no food for a day.
Is there a
Um,
takeaway
We're
in the
stuck
town?
in here.
Is there
No, I don't know if you're aware, the town's overrun by the undead.
okay, but
Yeah.
surely they've got to eat as well.
Yeah.
So where's open?
They eat people.
Okay, so you're saying
Okay.
there's probably not a big rush on, say, chicken or pizza.
No.
Okay, so what are you hankering for? You got anything you want to get in that tum of yours? A little bit of something?
We're not fussy in that
Okay.
regard.
But do you have any
There's-
intolerances? Like, are
Oh,
you
yeah.
okay with gluten? You
This
vegetarian?
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And the guards, I'm I'm vegetarian. Right. Okay. Well,
then-
she's vegetarian, but it
So-
doesn't matter
Vegetarian.
otherwise.
She's saying she probably wouldn't want to eat any of the bodies that are piled up outside if we get stuck for stuff.
Could she be flexitarian?
Why is there a pile of bodies?
No reason. They're definitely not smushed.
We'll help you find
Um,
food.
Yes.
I think is the conclusion of what we're saying.
Do you know where
Okay.
in town there might be food like hidden that we can get for you?
See
Well,
a
I mean,
custard
there's
coffee or something.
no. Look, there's a restaurant on the other side of the square. There's a pub on the other side of the square. There's a
Wow.
couple of
Why do you
cafes
live
and whatnot.
this side?
If the town was normal, running normal, would you prefer to eat at the restaurant or the pub?
Hmm.
Good question.
Well, it depends. Well, the restaurant's a bit dressy.
Okay, so I mean, one thing, you've got a lot of fine silks here, so we can go to the restaurant, get you something fancy. You could make a night of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Treat
We don't-
yourself.
But we
Let's
don't
go
need
to
it
eat-
complicated. We just need food of any kind,
Right.
Okay.
Sorry.
right?
So, say they're out of pasta, what would your second choice be?
They won't be out of pasta.
Okay. You'd be surprised in emergencies, actually.
True.
Hmm.
People's go-tos are strange.
Right. Do you need? Are you okay? Because you all seem quite injured.
I
yeah.
would like a little sit down if possible.
Yeah. Could we do a little cure time?
We could
Yeah,
have
we had a-
we could
Sure.
get in a little pile like where the wild things are and just sleep and sleep.
And is it
Sure.
alright if I do a song of rest?
Oh, that'd be nice. I do
Well, what
love
we can do
sleeping
is we
songs.
can let you have a long rest here if you want. You can bed down for the night in here, and then in the
Thank
morning
you.
go and
Find you brunch.
Don't forget we
Yeah.
lose an hour tonight though. That's just factual.
Yep.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the back, Rufus, what are you up to?
The glass moves down from my lips onto the desk, and I turn and look at this perfumed, pampered demi-dwarf.
Yep.
And he can. I'm throwing him some serious like, what the fuck's happened to you vibes, but at the same time, some thank you very much for the drink vibes. So it's mixed messages, but we dwarves can say most things with a look, and so he knows exactly what
Yeah.
I'm saying. When I eventually,
He looks back at you.
yeah, please. What look is he sending me?
His look says it's been really bad for about 3 days, and he's hoping that you're going to be competent enough to help out.
Okay, he says that with a look. I breathe in, he breathes in. We quietly nod whilst looking down at the floor. I hold out my cup again. And that's what I do.
Cool. Yeah, he picks up on that and pours you another measure.
Very good.
Um,
Does he pour one for himself?
yeah, he's having one. He's having one to your two.
Okay.
But he's not going full tilt on it. You get a sense that he wants to keep his wits about him. Can you make a Constitution save for me, please?
Yeah. It's a 4. But I get a +4.
You wake up later.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back in the front, back in the front of the shop, you see the pampered bald dwarf dragging the rough knight into the storeroom and sort of, I don't know, putting him on a pile of fabric as he is just like out of it. He's got a bit pale.
Guys,
It's
who
an
was
average
Ruff's
night for
sponsor
him.
again?
What was that, Richard?
Who was Ruff's sponsor again?
Oh.
I don't know. I came
Jack.
into this. I tell
His
you what,
name was
though,
Jack Daniel.
he looks adorable when he sleeps, so doesn't he?
He
Look at him,
looks so
tucker
sweet.
now.
Doesn't it? Very
Looks so
very
calm.
Yeah.
He'll-
So prior to all bedding down, Alana, the female guard, kind of goes, I'm sorry to bother you, but a few of you said you had healing magic. And she points to her broken arm. It's like, would one of you be able to, I don't know, heal me? It's just Is my arms really broken?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
So-
what. Just
Yeah,
because,
You go
Rich.
ahead.
well, just because in the previous conversation we failed to kind of gain any useful information out of it, so I will cure you, but on the condition that you tell me where the books are.
What books? I mean, they
The
might be in they
old-
might be in the library.
Okay, where's the library?
If you look at your map.
Is that on the
Oh,
way
yeah.
to the restaurant or the pub?
Yes, all way back.
Neither.
Okay,
So if you look at the
that's
library,
a
you'll see
round
that you
trip.
are currently in this white outlined area just south of the square.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
due south of that, you see a large building mapped out with a large building just north of Gygax Court.
Is that
Yes.
the library,
bottom.
is it?
That's the library. The pub, for reference, is you see just north of the square, you've got Mercer's Way. The pub is the
Yeah.
first building on the right, outlined in black, and the restaurant is the first building on the left, which isn't outlined in black yet.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So hopefully, Rob, if you've got a version of the map with street names, if you can throw that up on the stream in a second, that'd be great, but no pressure if not. The restaurant, by the way, is an Italian. Well, it's not Italian, but it's a Italian-style restaurant, simply called Manganello's. Yeah.
I
In fact, Rob, I'm just
definitely
going to
think we
send
should-
you a version of this with street names, really quickly.
Join us for all
As
you
in,
can
like,
eat
does that mean
Thursday.
really?
Yeah.
I think we should definitely, once we've had a rest, go to the restaurant and get them food. They have let us, kip here. They've given Ruff alcohol, which is all he ever wants in life.
It's true, yeah. We should really repay them with a carbonara.
Yeah.
The least we can do. Maybe
Well-
some dough balls.
Yeah. And an
Nice.
arrabbiata for the vegetarian because she
Oh, and if
can't
they-
eat
yeah,
carbonara.
that'd be
Wouldn't
good.
eat the
Maybe some
carbonara.
olives.
Oh, yeah. And some
Okay.
garlic bread.
Yeah.
So
Oh, cool.
again, I hate
And
to bring this up, but
tiramisu.
would you
Paul,
mind
can I just
healing
check
me?
something with you?
I mean,
Oh,
you certainly
yeah,
can.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. No problem. Which one
Yeah.
is going to do that?
And I'm going to do a song of rest to help your healing. Extra healing for everyone.
So I guess you're on
Grand.
the healing, Jack. You're going to get that all.
I'll heal.
Yeah,
Did
hang on.
you want to say something? Sorry, Rufus.
I just wanted to check. Being passed out on a pile of fabric, does that count as a long rest?
It will count as a long rest, yes.
Okay, I'm hitting it. All right.
The sleep of legends.
Exactly
What's the
that.
sleep? Yeah, lovely. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll
Um,
cure her.
Who is curing this woman?
I will cure
Jack
her
is.
broken arm. Yeah.
And I'm doing
Okay.
the song thing. Doesn't that help?
The song thing comes in when you rest. It doesn't come in when he's casting a spell.
Oh.
And I'm just looking her in the eyes, smiling to make her feel at ease.
Make a
Can I
persuasion
heal-
check to not weird her out.
Okay.
Is there anyone in the
Um,
party I can heal while this is
14.
happening?
Literally everyone is injured.
Okay,
14.
I'm going to heal everyone else.
No, we're
Briony,
gonna have a long
you are
rest.
you are horrifically badly injured. I should point out, Briony, do you remember last session you got pinned to the floor while a zombie with massive claws dug into your stomach?
Yeah,
I think you're on like 4 hit points.
yeah. But I don't want to put myself before others. So I'm just going to, I have to heal the others first.
Yeah, we can sleep this off.
Yeah.
We'll sleep it up, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Got
just a flesh
Our,
wound.
our entrails dragging around behind us. All we need is
Yeah.
a bloody good kip. That'll sort that out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Classic. So Richard, you've cast Cure Wounds on a lady. What did you
And
get?
I'm looking her in the eye and smiling.
I got 14.
On what dice?
The 20 sided.
You don't need to
one.
roll to hit her because you're curing her.
Oh,
just
okay.
need to
So I'm
roll
not
the effect.
attacking. I'm not attacking her with a cure.
Really not attacking her with a Cure Wound spell.
Okay, sorry. Is it D6? Haven't got my sheet
nope.
with me.
1d8
Why don't
plus
you have
3
your
on
sheet
mine.
with you? It's
No,
one.
I've got-
Yeah, it'll
I've
be
got
1d8
advantage,
plus
I just
3
found the wrong
wounds.
one. Oh, sorry. Okay. 5.
5. Great. Good work. Is anyone else aware of a beeping sound?
Yeah, it's my dishwasher. I'm going to turn it off.
Oh, good.
I was hoping it wasn't being picked up.
No, it's very
So
audible.
just a truck in the town reversing out.
Those
So, Richard,
zombie driving trucks.
you summon an aura of mystical, holy light around your hand and place it on her arm where it's broken. And that light infuses her arm, and there's a sort of chorus of, well, it's probably honking, but it sounds reverent. You see her arm, the flesh on her arm knit back together, and she flexes her hand and goes, "Oh my God, thank you so much." And as she stands up, grabs a spear from the corner of the room and goes to stand by the door, and is just looking out of a little, looking out of a gap between the curtains in the window, and is like, "Oh God, there's so many of them now."
Okay. That
Okay.
healing looked really good. Shall some of us maybe get healed so that when we go back out there to get food,
How
we can do
much
it better?
will a long rest give us back?
A long rest will, hang on,
With the song?
With the song,
Yeah,
Paul.
with
and
the
the song.
I've put a little sleeping thing on my camera. I'll be two.
Okay.
If you need me, you'll have to wake me up. That might be 2 minutes.
Someone's worried about
Okay.
Zuckerberg, aren't they?
Okay, a long rest will heal you fully.
Oh,
From
great.
where
you
I
are
told
at.
you we could sleep.
And you regain your hit dice.
Yay!
Woohoo.
Nice. Great. Okay. Perfect. So
Right. Can we have
Is
a nap
it-
now?
I think we should
You
have
also
a nap.
reset all of your spells.
Yay!
And also, I think everyone's had a look at their character sheets. You've all picked new stuff because you've leveled up to level 2. Everyone's got new abilities, but those now come into availability. And you can now use your new level 2 abilities. So you wake up. It is probably late morning because it was middle of the night. So it's probably like, I guess, about 11 a.m. And you can see a little bit of very pale daylight streaming through the gap in the curtain in the front of the tailors. Rufus, you can see out the back door, you can just see a little bit of daylight peeking in under the door. But you can also see 2 shadows there, suggesting that whatever was scratching on the door in the middle of the night is still there. What would you like to do?
I feel like we should have
Alana the guard is sleeping in the corner. The gnome and the dwarf aren't present.
should we have
No,
a team
They're
meeting?
not present.
They're
Let's
not
have
here.
a team meeting.
Team meeting. Right.
Okay,
What
team meeting.
what is it we've actually got to? Right. Hang on. Everyone have a good sleep.
Yeah,
Oh,
thanks. Yeah.
Surprisingly, you slept right through. Didn't even dream.
Yeah.
Mate.
Oh, you make an interesting point there, Matt. You
Ooh.
do dream.
Oh, I did
Each
have
of you
a
dreams.
dream.
Can each of you
Oh,
make a wisdom saving throw, please? Matt, I want you to make this a disadvantage.
Oh, I had a 20 as well. Oh, still 18. Plus, where's
At
wisdom?
disadvantage.
19 at disadvantage.
I've got 23.
I got 8 at disadvantage.
I got 18.
Why?
Okay.
I had bad dreams.
Terrible dreams.
So, Briony, Richard, Rufus, and Matt, you don't remember your dreams.
What?
Briony,
But my memory's normally so good.
Briony, you have this dream. You're on stage. There's a big curtain in front of you. You can hear a crowd on the other side of the curtain, very excited to hear you play. What is the instrument your character plays?
The drums, but her drums have been stolen.
Well, not in the what? Sure.
So-
not in the dreams, not in the dream, but you have a full drum kit there,
Oh
and
my gosh, my
you're
drums.
about to do like an extended drum gig.
Yeah.
I
Or
can whiplash.
For whatever basically, it's a whiplash scenario. The curtain rises, and you begin performing, and the crowd is going wild. You're having a great gig.
Jacob Simmons would be so proud.
Yes, you're going full body rich on this, and as you are hitting kind of like your stride, you're getting into a really good bit of this drum solo, this extended hour-long drum solo that is your act. That you start to see the lighting in the auditorium is coming up, and you can see more of the audience. and you see all of the audience are super into this, but they're also dead.
Ooh.
They're all dead. They're all quite decayed corpses, all clapping and howling and screaming for this drumming that you're doing with increased fervor. And the more you play, the more animated they get, and they start to they all of them stand up as one, and you stop briefly because you're like, that's weird. And the second you stop, they rush the stage.
Oh no!
Charging up on the stage and swarming you from either side. You step back from the drums, but they're coming out of the wings as well. There's this wall of dead people rushing towards you, gnashing their teeth together and clawing at you. And as you fall down under the weight of them attacking you, you wake up, sweating, eyes wide, just terrified.
I didn't sleep well.
Also, Briony, not my tempo. Not my tempo.
No. Briony, sorry, Claire, are you okay? You look like you've had a dream about the Edinburgh Fringe.
Yeah. A lot like the caves in Underbelly.
Oh.
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll cancel it any day now.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah.
Lemon.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Have inspiration. Have an inspiration, Lemon. Ready?
Wait, give it to me.
There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Nice.
I had a horrible dream about dead people running at me when I stopped playing. It's I think it's this place. This place is bad. It has dead people, and they're music fans, but they're also scary.
What do you think your dream means?
That I shouldn't do Fringe this year.
What do you think it means? What do you think it means in the game?
Oh, in the game, I think it means that when we see a load of zombies, I wish I had my drum kit because they'd stop and they'd just clap. I should play drums.
So maybe music calms them down.
Yeah.
Quick,
Ooh.
sing a song through the door, just quietly to
see if they
one of
go
them.
like to sleep.
Just to be really clear, which door? And
We
how are you opening the door a bit, or what are
No,
you doing?
don't open the door. Don't
No,
open the door.
No, we'll do it through the
Which-
keyhole.
Yeah, we want the door nearest the crack in the window so we can see what happens.
So the front door rather than the back door. Fine.
Yeah.
If everyone's agreed on that.
And what are you doing?
I agree.
Just seeing if music calms them down.
Well, actually, Matt, are you looking out of the crack in the window?
Yes.
Great. In which case, you see the town square. You see the collapsed statue in the centre of the town square just being completely all messed up. And it's difficult to count, but by your count, there's somewhere between 30 and 60 Walking Dead, shuffling, partially decayed zombies milling around in town square.
Use the Z
Do you know
word in
what
Walking
might be a safer way of doing it is if I get my mage hand to take one of my drumsticks out further away, it
Yeah.
hits, and if they calm down, that's
Yeah.
great. If they don't, they might attack a mage hand.
That's a great plan.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Sure. The range of a mage hand is 30 feet.
Okay.
Just- It's
so
going to
it can
be.
go 30
I want
feet
the
away.
mage hand to play over the onto the statue that's in the town square above the sinkhole.
Thank you for the donation.
Because then.
Yep.
Pardon?
Somebody just donated and made it honk. It's happened again.
Right.
So-
Make it honk.
The
Yeah.
mage hand taps on the statue so that if they don't like it and they go towards the mage hand, they end up in the sinkhole.
Yeah.
It's a plan.
Well, no, the
That's
sinkhole, the statue's fallen onto the sinkhole and has effectively blocked it up. There isn't a hole there anymore. It's under the
Oh.
statue. Fake David Gray is donating £1 at a time to make it honk and load.
Yeah.
In a very real sense. In a very real sense, thank you. But also,
Honk.
Honk, honk, honk.
Honk, honk.
Make it honk.
Honk.
Um,
Honk.
great. So,
I want to make
my
it
point, the sinkhole
honk.
is
Make it
Honk, honk,
honk.
honk,
The
honk,
sinkhole is-
honk.
The sinkhole is covered.
the sinkhole is basically filled in. There's a lot of what I would call difficult terrain. It's uneven terrain in the midst of the town square, but it's not like there's no pit to fall into.
Okay. But it's still not towards us.
No, it's away from you. Although the statue's base is 50 feet from you. Town square is about
Oh.
100 feet across.
so you can't do that. What is 30 feet from me? Is there like a nice barrel, a wooden barrel? It's the poor man's drum.
There's there's some street lamps.
Oh, yeah, that'll make a nice noise.
Street lamps.
Yeah.
Yep.
Street
So
lamps.
how do you get
Street
the
lamps.
how do you get the drum kit outside, or the drumsticks outside?
Mage hand.
Through the door? How's that work?
How
okay.
crack under the door?
Yeah, you could push the drumstick through the keyhole and then have mage hand pick it up on the other side.
I just rub my eyes a bit and look round. Is there any way up onto the roof?
Yeah, we should go up onto the roof because then we can look and be safer.
That's a good idea. Ruff has
And
the
we-
best ideas after he
Yeah.
drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A map.
Don't
There
listen to your
is.
sponsor. You should drink more.
There isn't.
There's no roof.
There's no ladder. This is a single story. There is a. You remember from looking at this. There's more. There's another floor above you, but there's no way into it from this room or the next room.
Is there a fireplace?
There is.
Right, you're a halfling. I'm a dwarf. Halfling.
Yeah.
You'll go first. Come on, we'll give you a boost.
Let's reverse
Okay.
Santa Claus this.
I also have mage hand. If you give me the drumstick first, I can
Oh.
use my mage hand to get it out, and then you can use yours to pick it up.
Well, we could actually take one drumstick each and make our little mage hands drum.
Yes.
So we're going to go up the chimney to
Mud.
the roof,
Yep.
mage hand it.
Before we go any further,
Yep.
because it's a chimney
Yep.
and not, a space designed to contain grown people. Matt, I need you to make an athletics check
Okay.
to get
You're gonna
to
do that,
clamber up
Matt,
a chimney.
You're going to do that thing where you press your back against one
Oh,
side
yeah,
and your legs
I'm
the
doing
other,
that.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
shuffly walk.
Oh yeah, gotta do that.
We might not be doing that.
Oh,
Okay.
can I give
What'd
him?
you get?
Oh, no.
I
Right.
mean, should I add acrobatics to this?
No, you should add athletics.
Oh, sorry, I missed it. I completely missed it. In that case, 6.
Oof.
Right. What happens is you climb into the fireplace.
Yeah.
Clamber in. You look at the
Yeah.
quite thin. Chimney.
I just want to point out I took my fine silks off for this. I'm not an idiot.
Okay. And what you do is you begin. You begin to clamber into the chimney a little bit. And you start to get a bit snug, and you're trying to get into further up in the chimney. You can see a little bit of light up ahead. It looks like a perfectly nice day. Actually, looks like the sun's come out, and you're just aware of being a little bit stuck.
Mhm.
And then you're aware that you now are you're stuck. You're stuck in a chimney.
Okay.
What you three see is just his little halfling leg sticking out of the chimney and a voice quietly going, "Guys."
Yeah.
I
Okay.
should have greased up before I went in there. Damn it.
Yeah.
Does anybody have the spell grease?
No.
Oomph.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Jesus
Did
Christ.
you get very far?
No, he got about 3 foot into the chimney. What would you like to now do?
Can we? Is the chimney getting narrower at the top, or is it staying square?
Basically, so immediately over the fireplace, it's wider, and then it narrows after about a couple of feet, and then it's consistent all the way up.
So, can he? Is there enough space that he could get up? We don't. All I mean is, if he's stuck, we don't have to pull him down. We could arguably just push him further up.
100%, you could do that.
Get a
Okay.
mage hand underneath me.
A mage
Yeah.
hand can only move 5 pounds worth of matter.
Oh, how dare you!
Can we just do this the old-fashioned way?
A scream rings out across the town.
Uh-oh.
That
Good
happens.
screen.
It doesn't sound like a good scream, no.
We should really get our rescue on.
All right,
Yeah,
hang
mate.
on. Hang on a second. Hang on. Sorry.
I want to say whatever you guys decide, whether I'm going up or down. I trust you completely.
We'll look after you, Phillin.
Right. What I'm thinking is there anyone who can run out and create a bit of a distraction? I reckon that's got to be you, Jack.
I'm famously distracting.
Can we make a decision on whether I'm staying in this chimney?
No,
Just,
no.
you,
If-
wait
if-
in the chimney a second. We're talking.
If Jack runs out and just gets like literally opens the door, makes a loud noise and runs in, then can Claire get under the halfling and give him a boost, and then I get under Claire and give her a boost because I'm like super strong.
But why do we need the distraction, Ruff?
Just because whoever is screaming out there might be somebody we could save, but we can't save them just with one person.
Oh,
Because
I see.
zombies.
So they get them come towards us.
Just
We
like-
can't save everybody, Ruff. I've said it before. We haven't even saved one person yet.
No.
Well,
Okay, so
what if we
the
do a
plan
human
is-
pyramid kind of thing, at least where Claire starts pushing Phil, and then I'll lift Claire so that we're basically doing a 3-person push
Yeah.
Phil up the chimney
And
shenanigan.
then once we're at the top, we
Okay.
can be the eyes for Jack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So wait, I should wait before I leave because otherwise I'm just gonna
Yes.
run at some zombies and
How
you're gonna
many
all be
zombies-
hiding in a chimney.
Yeah.
How many zombies are
Okay.
near the front door?
Near the front door right now,
Yeah.
4.
Is it possible we could grab one, get it in before the others come in, and then we load Rich up with their guts and stuff so he can blend outside? Classic zombie move, actually.
Blend in as a zombie.
Yeah, so
So-
you smell and like them, and you just got to do so. I think Paul's frozen though on mine.
I don't. Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
I lost you there for a couple of
Yeah.
seconds.
So we just want to weigh up. Is it possible to grab one zombie, like if Ruff and Jack or Ruff and Claire, or 2 people grab them? We get it inside. We gut it. We use the guts on Rich so he smells like them, and he can quite slowly but naturally wander around amongst them whilst we sort this chimney stuff out.
So
And he can
can I just
Hang
You
on.
can absolutely try that.
Hang on
Okay.
though. Right? We're starting 4 plans. And I think we should just see one of them through. Like the whole point of getting you up that chimney is to see whether it makes the zombies be like cooler. So
Yeah.
Okay.
let's just commit to doing that first. And
Okay.
then if it doesn't work, then we know where we are, and then we can start trying to grab them. But for now, let's just try and get you up that chimney.
I think
Okay.
that's,
Okay, so
I agree.
the easier way of doing this is, Rufus, would you make a straight strength roll, but with
Yeah.
advantage to represent Briony's character helping you?
Okay, cool.
And can I give bardic inspiration?
You absolutely can. So, Rufus, you get an extra d6 to add to the total of that roll.
Okay. So hang on,
I learned a thing.
my
I'm
checks
going to be like
the
Luigi in
donation.
Alice in Wonderland.
my strength checks 20, and then I'm rolling a d6 as well.
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
Thanks,
drink it in, fans. Drink it in.
do you got?
15.
Yep.
15 and a 1 on the d6.
What,
But I get a +3 on my strength anyway.
Yep. So 19.
19.
19, great.
19.
Matt,
Yeah.
you feel a tremendous pressure build behind you as somebody grabs your buttocks and starts pushing real hard.
Sorry, I didn't have time to ask for consent, but I hope this is okay.
I trust
Please
you
take- Matt,
implicitly,
please take-
and consent is always given.
Please take 2 damage
Okay.
as you are pushed up a chimney
We're back
by
up to full
initially
now, aren't we?
hands, and then it gets to a point where there's not enough. He's a bit too far for you to effectively push him, because
Yeah.
Claire, you won't quite fit up the chimney. But you find a broom,
Yeah.
and wind up pushing him the rest of the way with that.
Okay.
Um,
I'm quite agile. That works.
Top of the chimney, what happens is you knock off the little clay pot thing at the top of the chimney that falls off to the side of the roof and smashes in the street, and you see a couple of zombies be attracted to that. But you clamber out of the chimney, and you're now on the roof of this building.
I'm on the roof of the building, guys.
What you can see around you is In the courtyard, quite a large concentration of zombies. On the street immediately to the side of this building and the back street, a couple of zombies milling around, but nowhere near as many as in the courtyard.
Okay.
You can also see fires raging around the town. There's quite a lot of smoke billowing up from the cornfields outside of town, certainly. But there's also a few other fires in the town itself.
Okay, I relay that.
What you can definitely not make out. Make a perception roll for me, please.
Not great. Yeah, 7.
You can see across the town square. You can see the pub opposite, which is called the Warm Chameleon.
Chameleon.
And across Mercer's Way from that, you can see.
Didn't that pub used to be a different colour?
Yeah, they paint it regularly. Thank you for that follow. And you opposite that, you can see Manganello's, the restaurant, and a couple of other businesses.
I relay that information to everybody and continue to look.
Okay.
Can I?
Oh yeah.
There are 2 things that I think you should. What I would offer that maybe could be done while you were up there. The first is whether this music thing works, but the other thing is, have you got Firebolt spell?
Oh boy, do I! I've got I have a Firebolt, and I now have a Chaos Bolt, which.
Thanks, Baldy.
Is it worth having a stab at loosing one of those off at the zombies to see if it does anything? Because sometimes zombies set on fire, don't they?
Yeah.
They do. I will point out, because it's been raining all night, these zombies are quite damp.
Okay.
What does Chaos Bolt do?
Thanks, Beck.
It does pretty much. It's
just energy.
Depending on a roll, it could be either acid, cold, fire, force, lightning, poison, psychic, or thunder damage. I don't have control over it though.
But you do have control over Firebolt.
Yeah. I also have minor illusion that is 30 feet, so I could conjure a distraction.
But all I'm interested in is what happens if you put actual fire on these zombies, because if we're gonna have to try and kill. So if we can get a fire going and loads of them can be set on fire. Sorry. If we've got to fight a lot of these zombies in one go, knowing that fire damages them might, even if it doesn't take one out.
We know that though, because I killed one with burning hands.
You killed them before.
Right, sorry.
Yeah.
I think if
in fact, Rufus, you'd be Rufus, you're familiar enough, zombies are relatively. They're not immune to a lot of damage types.
I think we should concentrate on leading them away from us so we can get out into the square.
Well, I think we should go across the roofs because you said there's zombies in the square. But look at the map. Let's just go like Batman driving.
How alarmingly competent!
That's brilliant.
I was surprised by how competent that idea was. Perhaps you were as well. Let me know in the comments. And join us for part 2 of episode 2, when we find out just how well climbing the rooftops Batman style goes for the party. Lower your expectations, even from where they were. It's pretty messy. Oh, no, stop. Sorry, I forgot. I keep forgetting. We have merchandise. There's a link in the description to the store. If you'd like a Raven's Home shirt, or actually, there's loads of location shirts based on where the party will go, but spoilers. Or just Questing Time logo stuff, or even just I'm a goblin emblazoned on something you own. You can do that. Link in the description. Thank you for your time. Back to me. We should get you along to the next video. Please like and subscribe because that's how YouTube feeds. And we'll see you around for episode 2, part 2. Bye.